Hello and welcome to another day of 31 Days of Horror. I'm your host Stephen Bloodworth, filmmaker and indie film critic. Thank you so much for coming by. The 1980s shelled out a ton of horror films of all different subgenres. You had your films that were praised back then and are still praised today, and you have other films that may not be as good but still hold a special place in our hearts. There was a saying in the film Don't Be Afraid of the Dark that some things are better left alone. And that saying is perfect when we talk about The Jar from 1984. The Jar is an example of a made-for-TV film that really nobody remembers. Fans probably know it best as a VHS put out by Magnum back in the day. This is one of those films that proves the cover art is one of the biggest selling points for any movie. It can be an atrocious movie, but if the artwork is kick-ass, then a couple units of it will be sold. The film starts off with a guy who accidentally hits a man on the road. He insists on taking him to the hospital, but he keeps urging them not to take him. And another thing, this guy is more concerned about this jar he's holding than his actual health. We then see the man disappear, never to be seen again, never to be mentioned again in the film. Discovering that the man has left, Paul then discovers that he has left this jar behind. What is in this jar exactly? Well, it just so happens to be this little demon that gives Paul these crazy hallucinations. And I think I'm being a little too gracious when I say crazy hallucinations. The rest of the film, we see little clips of this little demon and seeing Paul just scream like a madman. We see Paul meet this woman and develop an interest in her, but we really don't care about this woman, nor do we care about his feelings towards her because the film is just atrocious. I know I say a lot that a film is better if you see it for yourself, but to be honest, I think that The Jar is a film that is just better as a piece of your collection. Never to be seen, only to be kept on display. This is one of those rare occurrences where I would welcome a remake to the original film. We have plenty more days left in this 31 Days of Horror marathon, and let's just be thankful that there will be no more jars in the making.